I only have a few compared to other Vita collectors. Most of the games that I bought, I have already played, and I think about 50 to 60% of those I've already finished, and some I have platinum, some I'm currently playing, and maybe, I don't know, 20% are still sealed or haven't touched at all. First off is Adventure Time. I recently opened this game up. I have the Japanese version. It doesn't contain an English option in it, sadly. Next is Akiba's Trip, Undead and Undressed. I only picked this up last year because I missed Japan. Couldn't travel there because of COVID. Next is Asphalt Injection, one of the first games that I had on the PlayStation Vita. I also recently platted this game after, I think, 8 years. Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation. I haven't dived into this game that much because of frame rate issues and some issues with the loading times as well. Sometimes the game doesn't load to the next area. Next is Batman Blackgate. As you can see, still sealed. Haven't opened it up yet. Probably would sometime next year. Borderlands 2. I also own this on Steam, but this is the version that I was able to finish, or I finished rather. I'm close to going for the platinum in this game. Just need to find Jimmy Jenkins. Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified. Can't say much about this game. Just decided to, finish story mode and get it over with. It's so hard. But that was back in 2012 when it got released. I believe it's 2012, right? Chaos Rings 3 Prequel Trilogy contains 4 Chaos Rings games, 1, 2, Omega, and 3. The first 3 have English subs, while the third one has a unofficial English patch online. You need the hack Vita for that. Corpse Party Blood Drive. I didn't notice that this runs bad on the Vita because when I started it, I immediately overclocked the game. And the Korean version has this debug menu where you could unlock all trophies, I think. Dead or Alive 5 Plus. Haven't played this game yet. I just bought it recently, a few months ago. Can't say much about it except that it has good graphics. That's why I bought it. Death Mark. One of the few visual novels that I have on the Vita. Really enjoyed this game. You wouldn't get too attached to the characters, but the story is good. Demo, The Last Recital. Haven't played this yet. Haven't opened it up yet as well. Music rhythm game. Next is Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. I only played it for a little while. I'll probably play it sometime next year. Disney Epic Mickey 2 The Power of 2. One of the games that I really wanted to get on the Vita day 1. Just because I'm not really a big fan of Disney or Mickey, but I just like games that involves him. I don't know why. But this game runs bad on the Vita, and I'm currently stuck because I don't know what to do next. This is one of those games that has, the old style of platforming where they don't really tell you what to do next, but you would just have to find it out if you explore much. So I'll probably try it out again next year. Disney Infinity 2.0, one of the games that I really enjoyed on the Vita, even though the game runs bad and the Infinity base keeps disconnecting. But at first, it had the exclusive Black Suit Spider-Man until they released it when they released the 3.0 version. One of the games that I platted. Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z, one of the hardest Dragon Ball games that I have ever played. I don't know why, but still I enjoyed it. I really gave much time into it, and I got the platinum after having 8 PlayStation Vitas. The game keeps on coming. Next is Dragon Quest Builders. I just recently picked this up after I got the platinum for Minecraft, and since this play somewhat like Minecraft, I decided to try it out. Next is Dragon Quest Heroes 2. I just played this for a little while. The reason I bought this is because it got a unofficial English patch available online. Have a few games that I'm playing right now, so I couldn't get into that. Probably next year as well. Next is Dynasty Warriors Next. I I believe this was my first game on the PlayStation Vita. Bought it in a bundle back then. Really not a big fan of Musuo games and haven't played this like for too long. Just played it for like I guess a day. Never touched it again. Next is Everybody's Golf 6 or Hot Shots Golf World Invitational. The reason I bought this over Hot Shots Golf is because I like the title. That's it, really. And I also like golf games. Next is Exist Archive, The Other Side of the Sky. From what I've heard, this doesn't include the English option as well, so I'll probably keep this sealed. The reason I bought this is because I couldn't find an English cartridge here in our country for cheap, and I got that in Japan in sale for I think 300 yen or 150 pesos, so I decided to pick it up and it's sealed. Next is Final Fantasy X HD Remaster. I had this previously, but I didn't enjoy the gameplay, so I decided to sell it off, and now I'm willing to try it again. That's why I bought it. Sadly, what I got before was Final Fantasy X and X-2, the one with the voucher. But yeah, I sold it. I should not have done that. Still sealed though. Freedom Wars, also sealed. I haven't played it yet. I've heard good things about this game. I remember playing a demo of this on the Japan PSN store. So yeah, probably one of those games I'll try out after my backlog or after what I'm currently playing is done. But I think I'll probably pick Dragon Quest Builders first. Next is Foraiki 3, a Japanese visual novel where you travel around Japan. Hokkaido, I think, if I remember correctly. This won't be fun if you don't understand Japanese, but if you like to enjoy if you enjoy sightseeing, you could probably try it out. But it's not cheap, let me tell you that, especially now compared to when I bought it sometime last year. Next is God Eater 2 Rage Burst. Haven't tried this game yet, just bought it recently as well. Gundam Breaker 2. I bought this game for two reasons. One, I really like Gundam, though I don't watch the anime, but I do like collecting Gundams, especially the what do you call this? The Red Astray and the Strike Freedom and the Unicorn Gundam. So that's the first reason why I bought this game. The second one is because the cover is great. Next is Gundam Breaker 3, and just like what I've said, I like Gundam, so I decided to pick this up. I thought I was able to go into the story mode. Like, I thought I only missed the final 2 chapters, but I just realized when I tried it out again that I'm just 2 chapters in when I decided to stop playing. Next is Gundam Seed Battle Destiny. The first game that I ever got on the PS2 is Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Never Ending Tomorrow, so I thought it would play just like, or rather I thought this would play just like that game, but sadly it doesn't. Hopefully I'll be able to enjoy it the next time I try it again. Next is Horizon Chase Turbo. Got this on Play Asia, one of the games that I really enjoyed on the Vita. Sadly it doesn't run great, especially if you don't overclock the game, but still fun nonetheless. Next is I Am Sitsuna. I've heard good things about this game as well, and there's a unofficial or fan patch, English patch online available, so I'll be able to play that out sometime next year as well. Next is IIVT Colorful, one of the games that I never thought that I would really play. Since there's not a lot of rhythm games on the Vita, I decided to try out some games that I would have never tried out before. So this is one of those games, and I can't believe that I actually enjoyed it. Next is Injustice, one of the games that I didn't pick up early on because I'm not really fan of DC characters, but I'll probably try it out in the future as well. That's why I got it. Next is J-Stars Victory Versus, the 10th Platinum I got, 9th for the PlayStation Vita, and I really enjoy this game. Just like Dragon Ball Z, this pretty hard game, but trying it out again and again, you'll get used to it. The platinum is a bit tedious though. It's not hard, it's just too long. Next is Jak and Daxter Trilogy. I actually originally bought the R1 version, but I sold it because I got sick whenever I played the first game. But since I already hacked my Vita and you can unlock the FPS cap and you can overclock, this game would probably perform better. Next is Kamen Rider. I forgot what it's called. Genesis is in the name of it. I forgot what it is. Not a really big fan of Kamen Rider, but I enjoy the characters of Kamen Rider, so I decided to pick this up. I got it on sale. Next is Killzone Mercenary. I don't remember much about this game except that it runs well and it looks good on the Vita. This is one of those games that I borrowed from my friends and I just wanted to get over with. But now I bought it when it was on sale. Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. Probably the least liked Lego game that I have on my collection, just because I'm not a big fan of DC characters, like what I've said when Injustice was shown. I picked it up because I like Lego games. Next is Lego Harry Potter, years 5 to 7. I finished years 1 to 4 on the PSP and 5 to 7 as well. But I got this as a Christmas gift from one of my friends. Lego Marvel Avengers. Oh, this one, I really enjoy this, and I was actually surprised that they were able to port a Lego open world on the Vita. Sadly, we didn't get a Lego City. Love that game. Lego Marvel Superheroes. Also one of those games that I really like on the Vita. The first Lego game that I ever platinumed because I really enjoyed it. Took me a week though, because at that time I really wasn't aiming to platinum the game. So I was just enjoying it, and then since I was there, I decided to platinum it. Little Big Planet, PS Vita. One of the great games on the Vita, and some actually debate that this is the best Little Big Planet. I don't know since I haven't played the other PSP and PS3 versions. But what I can say is this game is fun, but it's not for me. Next is Lord of Apocalypse. I decided to buy this game because I saw that there's a English patch online as well. Haven't tried this game yet, but I think it runs like Freedom Wars probably, from the screenshot that I saw. Lost Dimension, one of the first strategy games or turn-based games that I ever played on the Vita. The story got me hooked. Actually, this line right here, there are traitors in your midst, and where is it? That every playthrough is not the same, that they would have, oh here, traitors are randomly determined, so no two playthroughs will be the same, and that is true. When I was aiming for the platinum, I was hoping that it would be a lot easier, and I just got lucky actually on my second playthrough. But this is one of those games that I really enjoyed. It doesn't perform well when I looked at it now, but I really enjoyed this game. Maybe because of the traitor part. Next is Lumo, Still Sealed, another platformer game. I've heard that this game is actually rare nowadays, since it's only limited print run, if I remember correctly. Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, haven't played this game. Got this as a bundle when I bought a second PlayStation Vita. Minecraft, I never expected to be able to play this game or even enjoy this game, and heck, even platinum this game. But since we don't have any Sims games on the Vita, this is the closest Sims games that I could ever have, probably. And next is a Mobile Suit Extreme vs. Force. The reason I have two of these is because this one is from my brother when he bought a PlayStation Vita, but a few months later an English version came out, so I decided to buy it. Haven't tried it yet, but from what I've heard from my brother, it's pretty challenging, but enjoyable as well. Mortal Kombat, the game that I bought in Japan that I never thought I would actually like. I was at that point like trying other stuff, trying other games on the Vita, exploring, if you could say. I didn't enjoy it at first, but it grew on me. Need for Speed Most Wanted, one of the games that I really enjoyed on the Vita. Just recently platinumed the game. Took me 7 years, I think, because of one race. But I really enjoyed this game. It's on par actually with the PS3 version. Ninja Gaiden Sigma Plus 2? Sigma 2 Plus, rather. I don't know much about this game. I just decided to buy it because it's cheap. And next is, let's get all of this on screen since they're basically all the same games. Persona 3, 4, and 5 Dancing Moon Knight, All Night, and Star Knight. But this is one of those games that I never thought I would play. But since I got to play Persona 4 Golden and I enjoyed this game so much, I decided to pick these games up as well. Phantasy Star Nova. I really don't know much about this game, but since there's an English fan translation online, I decided to pick that up. And Phantasy Star Online 2, I got this bundled with the PlayStation Vita iSilver that I got. Sadly, when I got the game, it was already shut down. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, I really wanted to have this game when it first released, but many people were saying that this is not a good game. But when I tried it out, it's actually pretty fun. It just bothered me that we have a Hachi here instead of Jin Kazama or Kazuya Mishima. Next is Puyo Puyo Tetris. The story mode for this game is a bit dragging. That's why I wasn't able to continue the game. And playing Tetris is fun. Playing Puyo Puyo, however, man, the CPU is going to destroy you. Resident Evil Revelations 2, one of the games that I really wanted to get on the Vita when it got released. Not much advertisement when this got released. Next is Ridge Racer, one of the games that I really wanted to get on the Vita. Next is Root Letter, the first visual novel that I ever played on the Vita. The first game that I ever bought using my own money. Secret of Mana 2. What's fun is that there's an English language in the game, but it's inaccessible unless you modify your save data. I don't know why they decided to do that. Still sealed, haven't played it yet. Next is Shin Gundam Musuo. Like what I've said, I'm not into Musuo games, but since I like Gundam, I decided to pick it up. Silent Hill Book of Memories. A lot of people hate this game. I don't know why. Maybe because it doesn't look like Silent Hill. It plays like a dungeon crawler, but it's fine. I like it, though its target is really multiplayer. Shantae, one half genie, one half hero. I think that's how you read it, right? Haven't played this game yet, still sealed. Bought it because it was cheap. And I want to try out some other platformer games on the Vita. And speaking of platformer, we have here Sly Cooper Collection. Sly 3 is just a voucher. 1 and 2 are on the game card. One of the collections that were ported from the PS2 that runs well. Next is Final Fantasy. And I decided to pick that up because I enjoyed Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. I just picked this up randomly on our local game store because I wanted to try out new games. Next is Smart Ass. These types of games are what you really want to play whenever you have downtime on school, and that's what I did. Got the platinum for this game. Really enjoyed it. Next is Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. I picked this up for my youngest brother because he's into racing but sadly didn't enjoy it. Next is SpongeBob Hero Pants. I really like SpongeBob games, but this is one of the games that I didn't like. I mean, it's fine, but this is the game that you don't really want to replay. I created a trophy guide for this game on PlayStation Trophies. Though people don't need a trophy guide, I just decided that why not? Steins Gate still got this sealed. I've heard a lot of good things about this anime, so I decided to pick it up on the Vita. Summon Knight 6 Lost Borders. I actually got this first since I can't find the English version. This doesn't include a English subs in it, sadly. But since now I found this one, I can now play it in English. Probably have to keep the other one sealed since I won't be opening it up. Superhero Generation. I bought this because of Ultraman, but man, I don't like this game. I tried it out for 10 minutes, not going to play that again. And same goes with this. I was trying out new rhythm games on the Vita that I don't know. This plays like, I don't know if you know Superstar games on the iOS and Android, the one where you play, K-pop songs. This plays like that, but not for me. Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment. I remember buying this like 1 hour after I saw it on our local game store. I just asked my brother how this anime goes, and then when he said that they get trapped in the game world, I decided to pick it up. Got hooked in the story and led me to buy the other 2 games on the Vita, which is Sword Art Online Lost Song, my least favorite Sword Art Online game on the Vita, and Hollow Realization. Countless hours on this game. I've really enjoyed this. Definitely recommended. Next is Tales of Hearts R, the only Tales game that got localized. We also have another Tales game, which is Tales of Innocence R. I actually started playing this game a few weeks back and I enjoyed it. I wasn't able to give a proper credits to the one who actually translated the entire game, which is Seiichiro Mine. Did I pronounce that correctly? She's the one who actually translated the game that Life Battle Productions is using to make the English patch for this game. Tetris Ultimate. I'm a big fan of Tetris. The first game console I got, I guess, or portable console, is Game Boy. And this is the first game I ever played. Really enjoyed it back then, still enjoy it now. The Amazing Spider-Man, haven't tried this game yet. This next set of games is actually related to one another. All except for one has English patches. 4 of those has unofficial English patches, and 2 of those has been localized on the Vita. So let's start off with the one that doesn't have an English patch available yet, which is Ao no Kiseki Evolution. I really want to thank the people who are actually trying to patch this game with the Geofront patch that was made some months ago. Hopefully they'll be able to get it done probably next year, but take your time, and thank you guys for making it possible. Sora no Kiseki FC, Trails in the Sky FC, the PSP and PC English releases was patched into this game. Same goes with Sora no Kiseki SC, or Trails in the Sky SC, and Trails in the Sky the Third, or Sora no Kiseki the Third. It has a great payoff when you get to Cold Steel 4. So yeah, Cold Steel 1 got a localized version on the Vita, and the first game that I ever tried on the 3 series. Definitely enjoyed it, definitely worth it. Got Sen no Kiseki 2 here. The reason I got this is because I can't find a Cold Steel 2 available here locally, but thankfully someone sold a Cold Steel 2 to me. So now I have both versions, and I was able to finish the game in English. Lastly, Zero no Kiseki Evolution, a fan patch, or the Geofront fan patch, is already available for this game online. Cold Steel 1 and Cold Steel 2, you need to overclock the game, but the other games, you just run well. The Walking Dead Season 1, I was actually waiting for this to get ported on the Vita when I played it first on the PS3. One of the Telltale games that I really enjoy playing next to Back to the Future. Next is Time Travelers. Some people are working on a English patch on this, if I remember correctly, but they are focused on the 3DS version. And the first game that I ever played on Falcom, Tokyo Xanadu. This game actually, together with Persona 4 Golden, helped me try out the Trails games. The translation is not good though, but still an enjoyable game. Runs well on the Vita as well. They really built this game from the ground up on the Vita. Uncharted Golden Abyss. Not really a big fan of Uncharted, but this is one of the games that I really enjoyed. But going back to it now with those gimmicky features, I'm having a hard time trying it out again. I have 2 copies of Utakumi 575 here. The reason for that is when I enjoyed this game, I decided to pick up the limited edition, and it's a really fun game. But sadly, you have to understand Japanese to be able to perfect the lyrics part of this game, because not only do you need to hit the notes, but you also need to complete the lyrics. Next is Valhalla. Sadly, the Japanese version of the game doesn't contain a English option. It actually has on the cartridge, but no way that you could access it. A fun, chillax visual novel where you are a bartender. Valkyria Azure Evolution. This got localized on the Vita. No English cartridge, sadly, just digital. Virtua Tennis 4 World Tour. I really enjoy tennis games. I have had it on the PSP, and now I also have it on the PS Vita. One of the first games that I ever got. I also, if I remember correctly, it's the second or the first PlayStation Vita game that I ever platinumed. Next is World of Final Fantasy. Just like what I've said earlier, I'm not into turn-based games back then, but since I enjoy it now, I decided to pick this up as well. Not really a big fan of Final Fantasy, but there's no harm in trying, right? Next is WRC. I'm not into these types of games, but since I enjoy racing, I decided to pick it up. And this has a English option on it as well, and I think it's a bit cheaper than the English version. Next is Is 8 Lacrimosa of Dana. Bought this off Facebook Marketplace. Not really a big fan of Is, but I'm willing to try it out since I enjoy Tokyo Xanadu and Trails of Cold Steel and the other Tales games. I've only played it, I think, after we got in the island, and actually it's visually stunning, really. But I'll probably play that maybe in December before the year ends. Is Memories of Celceta. I got this off Facebook Marketplace as well. Haven't really played this game yet, but from what I've heard, it's just fast. I mean, the story is not really that long from what I've heard. Next is Zanki Zero. Someone managed to actually port the PS4 assets, if I'm not mistaken, to the Vita version. So yeah, an unofficial English patch is available online. And the last game that I have is Zero Time Dilemma. One of the games that I enjoy. Hopefully you're still here, and if you enjoy the video, if you enjoy the collection showcase, hit the like button, dislike if you haven't, and if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to my channel. And you can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. I also do live streams on Twitch and here on YouTube, and also on my Facebook page from time to time, all at Captain Vita Gamer. Thank you guys for watching, and God bless.